Oh, not so old boys, man. I was talking about delusions of grandeur. That certainly doesn't apply to Nick and Scarra, of course, joining us from Western Province. Also, Old Boys ambassadors. This weekend, old rivalries will be reignited as old boys from across the land, well, they'll do battle in the Old Boys 10s initiative, which, of course, is a great opportunity to give back, but a great opportunity to settle some scores. Gentlemen, welcome back. Obviously, a very big weekend for the likes of myself, the Old Boys. Maybe not so much for you guys, who I'm sure have had your fill of rugby this year, but what an awesome opportunity. I think it really dawned on me how cool this really is for Old Boys. What is it about this Old Boys fraternity, Scarra? What is it about rugby that creates this brotherhood, do you think?
Yeah, Graham, I think, first of all, it's great just to bring back old rivalries, you know, the old gees and friendships, camaraderie. So, yeah, it's always great to go back, and especially if you can go back and give back. So, yeah.
100%. Obviously, with a very big heart, the tournament came about. But this is still very competitive rugby. What are some of the biggest rivalries out there? I know 18 teams competing. That's a lot of competition on the field, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, where I grew up in the Eastern Cape, there's about 5 or 6 schools there, like Dale and Grey PE and Queens. I mean, we've been made to look like Queenians here, I'm not sure. But, I mean, I just remember as a youngster just sort of going to the field and just seeing just the magnitude of those rivalries, and they'll definitely, you know, play a role this weekend.
We know that schoolboy rugby is on an incredibly high standard. Do we expect the same sort of standard from the Old Boys? Just how competitive is the rugby out there?
Yes, definitely. I think even when you leave your schools, I think the boys are still competitive. You know, there's still a lot of banter out there, and still a lot of gees and all that type of stuff. But it's really special, you know, coming from Old Boys schools, you know, and then linking up with the guys, you know, a few years later.
What's the craziest tradition you guys remember?
Oh, it's suitable for on air. I don't know so much, but it's quite a unique thing, you know, coming from one of these, you know, schools, prestigious schools, so to speak. Every school has their own little thing that makes them special. So, you know, that I think will also come into play, whether it be like a pre-match ritual. I think there's a lot of post-match rituals that have changed since you left school. So it should be really interesting.
Now, you guys have kind of a foot on either side here. We've got Dale, we've got Rondebosch, we've got Kes. Who do you represent here? Which school does the emotional tie connect to?
It's hard to say. I don't think Rondebosch doesn't have a team this year, but hopefully they'll get in one day. I know Dale's there, which is very close to my heart. But I think just the whole concept of just old boys schools coming together for like a really great cause is something that I just really want to be a part of, and I support it. So
how do we connect? How do we get down there to relive these delusions of grandeur? Where do we connect for the tournament?
So it's on this weekend on Saturday at Pirates Rugby Club in Johannesburg. And yeah, you can check out, there's a Facebook page, Old Boys 10s. They've got a Twitter account, all those details. Also, there's oldboys10s.co.za with loads of information all about sort of the ethos of the tournament and, you know, what it's doing and how it's giving back.
I'd be pretty nervous if I stepped onto an Old Boys field and I saw Nick Groom and Scarra and Tabani there. Do you guys play? Are we going to see some superstars out in the fields this weekend?
Yeah, I think there's an exhibition match, and they're planning on bringing a few old cats back on the field for that one.
I think I've made you guys feel really old, man. You're still very current and still very much needed for the Western Province and Stormers campaign. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us ahead of what is going to be a very big weekend. Good luck for the festivities on and off the field. Awesome stuff, man. Scarra and Tabani and Nick Groom joining us ahead of the Old Boys 10s tournament happening this weekend at Pirates Rugby Club. Even if you're not an old boy from one of the 18 participating schools, go and support. There are going to be a lot of aching bodies out there.